What? Start again.
We could have started right.
Okay, we will never start this right, okay?
Let's pretend that never happened and move on. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the International Overwatch League Week 14. It is a full league Tier 2 game today that we're going to be bringing you versus Fury and the Narwhals. We're going to be jumping straight into Ilios to start. With me today, I've got my fellow casters, Shield and Shin. How are you both doing today?
I'm doing pretty well. Been looking forward to this game. It's like Fury, the Kings of Tier 3, being promoted. See how they deal in this tier.
I would just like to say, God damn, I've never heard you be so professional in my life.
I am very professional.
Straight in with the balls.
Oh my god, this is going so well. Okay, so what can we expect from both teams?
I think Ryan Zarya might be a big shout to begin with.
And this is a very, very good map for Widowmaker as well, and very long sightlines.
Who's your bets on today, guys?
Narwhals.
I think I'd probably say the Narwhals are looking stronger. We saw them in a scrim against Apollo, and they definitely held their own in that. So
yeah, they've
got the strats, they've got the compositions, but Fury are also in a very good standing as well. And I mean, it's anyone's game this week, I think.
Now, it has been a tough time since Fury have moved up the division, but they had a very strong scrim win against Atomic Fox yesterday, so they might have the confidence to build upon a win against Narwhals today.
And it's a completely different composition I see from Fury. Every single time I see them, they seem to have a different role setup.
Yeah. The Narwhals is going strong with a pharmacy set up. Soldier flank to the left.
Both teams playing very slow, finally meeting on point. See, Fury, Gold Ranger gets under pressure with this May by King Goose. He has to play very well or get frozen up. Fury seems to be pressing the advantage very, very well. But
Gold Ranger gets a pick on Jock.
Fire strike on Jock Dunk.
That's early. Fury might take the point, but it looks like Narwhals are in a great position to take the first team fight.
Yeah, but Fury are trying to hold their own as much as possible.
Fury doing a very good job so far. The time for the teammate is to come back. Here comes Zarya laying in those bombs. Good pick on the Farah by the McCree.
It's super winnable, and there's Zarya back as well, but it's a very early coalescence, so they have the healing advantage. There's a freeze onto the Diva, but
that's a very early nano boost in return by Fury.
But a massive pin.
Oh, massive pin. Farah rezzed.
So it's a super winnable. This is a very, very long drawn out team fight.
Top of attack visor, and that should win the fight for Narwhals. May holding her own on the point, and it's game over for the May, and Narwhals will take this point.
Fury got a good 40% there, though.
And considering they had the first pick as well, that was a very slow team fight, which did end up very well for Fury. And they have the ults to bring it back. They have the Blizzard online. See if the Diva can get a beat on it, but
they do. But if you look at
Shatter and Bomb and also Barrage,
the Rhine and the Anna goes down quick. But if you look on the Narwhal team, they've got a Diva Bomb, they've got a Earthshower, which has just happened now.
Just absolutely thrown out. Possibly didn't need it, but he really put a full stop.
Bit of a waste in the end run. Could have saved it for a better opportunity, but Narwhals look like they know what they're doing as they push high on Fury. You got that
not
soldier
giving them much space to get out of their spawn area at all.
No, they're not. You've got your Farah and Pharmacy in the middle. You got your soldier on the top left. Diva keeping an eye out.
It's so hard to push into. Oh no, but it's a big Blizzard.
Gold Ranger taken out by Jock there. That's very good, and they're trying to get themselves back to the point. Only Moira really near the point to stop Fury from taking it.
This is a bit it's a bit sloppy from Narwhals, considering the Blizzard only really got one player in it.
And they just refused to pivot back round to the point as well. They just let Fury go straight past them. Fury playing so coordinated as this death ball.
It's the confidence they've built. They've been working on strats this entire time. It looks like it's starting to pay off for Fury.
And they are looking great in terms of ult advantage as well. We're going to see 4 ults soon from from Fury.
Keep them well together, keep them well grouped up.
Yeah, keep an eye on the Crisscross versus Chef Panda battle. He has the barrage, but
and a barrage, and he gets
onto Diana.
Only gets
only
Diana,
one pick, but still a very, very important pick. But
another attack visor.
And actually denying Mercy the res on the Ana there.
Good ice wall, but it looks like that attack visor has not only locked that battle, but locked the point for narwhals.
There's very interesting back and forth here.
Yeah, really, Crisscross took the advantage. He realised Chef Panda was not looking at him to get shut down on that McCree.
Narwhals going for a push high again. They can't split up like they did last time. That's where Fury punishes them.
I think the main thing is that they just don't let them get past.
Oh,
huge shot from the Predator.
Good shot from the right heart.
And
Followed
the
up by
high
high noon. That is amazing gameplay.
Gold Ranger going for a very questionable charge into a Reinhardt, which had Earthshatter up.
This round looks like it's going to go to Fury. Narwhals have one last chance. You see that soldier flanking to the left, sneaky. He's gone behind.
Beautiful counter charge onto
beautiful flank by the Reaper and Soldier. Both taken out quickly by Fury. And with furious intent, Fury might hold this.
But it's a big Diva Bomb.
It's a big Diva Bomb.
So winnable.
Can they take it back?
Just have to shut down that McCree on the side.
Wonderful
Fury
triple kill from Wonderful there.
Wonderful, absolutely clutching it.
Clearing
That
was a wonderful Diva Bomb, clinching it for Narwhals. They might just take this back.
Can Fury get back to the point in time? I don't think they're going to be able to.
We don't have fast characters.
And there we go.
There we go.
Narwhals taking the point in the last, in the drips of the end of that round. Narwhals taking it.
A note there is Fury very unlucky there. They had it. Just one little slip. But that's Overwatch. One slip you make can just change the tide of the game immediately.
Completely. Fury were looking so strong there, and I mean, they were such incredibly good stead, and Fury have basically they've got not going to let it get them down. And see whether they can take this point in the well. Can we be expected to see a lot of boops into the well?
Fury pulling out an Orisa Hog combo. Maybe they can pull some people into a hole. Whereas you've got Narwhals having the Roadhog Lucio combo. Same again. 2 boopers, 2 pullers.
Yep, I'm hoping this is a bit of a Sparta remake. I really want to see it.
Let's see if anybody's going
to push up forward.
Early ice block by King Goose. See if it can capitalise on that. Dynamite going with her own May Reaper, very, very meta comp.
Narwhals looking in great stead to take the point.
Good wall by Dynamited. The Narwhals take the point early. Speed boost by Lucio got them there faster.
On the flank. Wonderful again. 2 kills. Absolutely beautiful off-tank play by Wonderful.
Narwhals are doing well, but they gotta watch that soldier on the flank. He keeps flanking, switching right to left, jungling.
We're not playing Smite.
But I can use the references. You play it once, you know everything.
Absolute
Fury going for a sneaky flank on the right. Look at
do
this.
They know? Do they know where we are?
It doesn't look like they're aware that it's happening.
They see it now. Big wall, very big wall.
Too big, very well.
Managed to get away.
If Fury started attacking just a little too early, if they just held it a little bit, they might have surprised them a bit more.
Yep, got a dueling coalescence. But Kredders poking his header out a little bit too soon, gets absolutely choked down.
You had the Mercy and Orisa flanking to the right without the rest of the Fury team. This looks like it's going to punish them.
And the whole hog to pick out Jock there, just to clear up.
Yep. So what do you see happening on this next point? It's a lot of ults for Fury coming up.
There are.
They seem to be Fury a little bit.
Fury do have 3 ults, and if they combine them well, they can capture a point. But if they fail, it's game over for this match. The Blizzard
Wonderful
only
in a bad
got
way.
one person.
Blizzard, not really getting
how
anybody.
How did Wonderful survive that? He had 5 people shooting at him.
The Roadhogs got
massive
hooked out of his
fire.
ult. That's 2 ults down. Jock Drunkenstein's whole hog got hooked.
Yeah, and that looks like
And
that's
that's
the
a
end of
Blizzard
team kill,
missed.
and it
That's the
looks
death-
like Ilios is being taken by the
The Death
Narwhals.
Blossom ends Fury's attempts on Ilios. It's 1-0 to the Narwhals. Very strong attempt from Fury in the first round, but second round, Narwhals seem to just dominate in every single way possible.
Oh, this is going to be the wonderful shatter.
Oh,
Big
beautiful,
flag shout.
beautiful Ursatta.
I've got to say
I think-
followed
tank
up by
line
Death
on the side of
Blossom.
Narwhals looking so strong.
Very, very strong. I think the main problem there for Fury, I think they let that first, such a close loss in the first round get to them, and they just were not as, they just did not look as strong in the second round.
Let's
No,
see
but
if
you
Fury
got
has
to
momentum
remember the
to bring it
combiner
back.
ults from Narwhals was very good. The Shatter Blossom, you had your, what was the other one? The Ice Wall and the Diva Bomb punished it. There was just good combos from Narwhals that gave them the win there.
Yeah, I've got to say, big props to Wonderful, looking amazing today. He seems to be really on form.
And great
Jock
hooks.
Drunkenstein doing well in the first round for Fury, but the second round, don't know what it was, just the Fury seemed to have collapsed.
I think they refused to switch it up as well in the end.
But anyways, we'll see if Fury can pull this back.
I mean, it's not the end. It's not the end at all.
They got 2
Exactly,
more
we have
matches.
3 more maps at least. Fury can pull this back to a 3-1, or will Narwhals just cruise to victory? Narwhals probably the strongest side in Division 2, Tier 2. Don't know what.
So, Blizzard World, what can you expect to see on this map? What popular composite?
I think we could see a lot of Orisa Hog on defense, a lot of Ryan Zarya on attack. I think that that Moira Lucio is quite strong when it comes to support line as well.
Yeah, both these teams seem to favour a death ball kind of style.
And we're going to be heading
go.
straight into the second map, the hybrid map of this series. It's Blizzard World.
Yeah, my
World.
favourite map. It's Point A can sometimes be such a pain to take. Such a long walk with defenders.
I
And
love
such a long
this
walk
map.
for the attackers.
I love this map, guys. It gets such hate, but as a big Blizzard fan, this map says a lot to me.
Honestly, Overwatch is the only Blizzard game I think I've played.
It's just
Okay.
the little details you've got, like the Oryx crowns and the payload, and you have to take it to the castle from Diablo 3. Little things like that make my heart giggle with this map.
Little things like the Makov castle in the back of the map.
Yes, the little things like in
the
the
big
second
ass-
defendant spawn room, there's a sign that says no cow level. Stuff like that makes me giggle.
It's a very, very good map. And it is also one of those maps where you either do a hard hold or it's all the way. I don't think there's much in between.
No,
Or at least
there
I
is.
don't see a lot of in between.
Very, very snowbally map.
A lot
Well-
of corners, a lot of not a lot of open area.
Well, Fury lining up with the Moira and the Mercy on support. Jock Drunkenstein's jumped from tank to support this time.
Yeah, it's
We're going to be seeing a bit of Goose on Diva, one of his signature heroes.
Yep. But you have a very strong outing by Narwhals going with the Rhine Diva. Hanzo might be able to pop some lucky shots. His ult is getting charged up, so he is hitting them.
They're going to be pushing straight
they're
to
gonna be
point
having
here, looking very strong. But take
big
out,
pop.
Bronze takes
Big
out
pick.
Gold Ranger very early on. They're going to have to pull back on that. No shield,
playing
means no touch.
so aggressive on the way, just trying to swing in.
Diva
Right,
needs to get out. Hanzo being a bit cheeky with those pop shots.
I was about to say, Fury have a bit of a disadvantage. Reinhardt's going to have so much damage coming out his face. Because of his Hanzo on the narwhal's side, the shield is going to be so hard to keep up. But if Gold Ranger just keeps on swinging without much support, they're going to have such a bad time.
Pushing right on the point this time, see if they can do any damage here. A charge there from Credit, seeing if he can pick anybody, but can't take anyone.
Gold Ranger on his own. It's not being
Gold
punished.
Ranger with that risky push.
They're a bit split up at the moment now. Credit gets a fire strike in on Chris. That's a couple of picks for
Ranger
Fury.
down. Dynamite down, Jock Drunkenstein down, but it looks like a win for Fury in this fight again.
I do believe we just saw the Boostio as well. That was a little bit of a
I believe that was
misclick.
by accident.
I do love the Boostio.
See, Anna is now swapped to Moira. They're getting things changed up. They're willing to go.
I like that. I do. Yeah. I love a team that can see early on something that's failing and switch it up straight away and see if that works instead. Are they going to be pushing right again straight onto the point? Wonderful's going to be going up to
onto the McCree. How to dive onto the...
Oh, that's a good dragon. They're not expecting
that could be an amazing
it
dragon.
split them up.
Oh,
and it takes out
taken out at the very end. The Bob on point.
Oh.
Big shatter.
Oh,
big shatter. Big bomb.
Feathers.
That is very, very good play from Fury.
Out of there
a wonderful defense. They lost the Mercy quite early on, but they managed to keep the point clear with the Diva Bomb.
But,
swapping out Hanzo for Soldier. This might be a good swap because Dynamite Soldier in the last game was very good.
It just goes to show how good of a Moira Juski is because, one team fight and he's already on 70% ult charge there.
Yep. I'm surprised at Crisscross. I've seen his Reaper before. He's generally
really
good, failing to punish them.
It's just been outranged by both the McCree and the Ash.
Yeah. You just gotta give Crisscross one opportunity with his Reaper.
And that's Dynamite taking out Credus. That's a very, very good push from Narwhals there. Taking out 3. It looks like Narwhals are going to take the point.
Looks like they are. There's a chance Goose is on point. Just take the Diva out, push them off, and that should be Narwhals capturing it at the very last minute.
Yeah.
And they're also pushing forward as well, trying to clean up while Reinhardt stays to take the point.
Yeah,
very
dangerous, but very aggressive. But it's worked out for them. Narwhals will continue this match on the attack. Get that crown to the castle.
Yep.
Fury need to sort of to step back and group up a little bit.
But they keep on getting picks.
It's not giving them any room at all to do anything.
Another pick by Dusky. This is just taking away team fights away from Fury.
And Gold Ranger being the payload.
It's very strange to see Reinhardt on payload duty, but Narwhals are backing off a little bit.
I mean, it's probably going to let them get the point around the corner. There's a very crucial corner to get the point around as well.
But you see what Narwhals have done the entire time. They kept swapping heroes and they kept trying to find what will work. And now they've got a winning formula that Fury need to find a defensive.
Yep.
And we're going to be seeing a bomb from Goose there. That could be... And takes out Chris.
Takes out Crisscross very luckily. Not a very good bomb, but it paid off and got a pick. Attack visor from the top.
It's a...
using quite a few ults here, the Narwhals, but...
They are very risky charge from Credis, and it's not paid off. He's going to get punished.
Dealing with Dynamite on the high ground.
Punished.
It's not too bad for them to use a bunch of ults because they are very close to taking point B.
McCree punished, and this is what Narwhals do. Brandon Dan on, but he's taken out very quickly. But like you were saying, this is what Narwhals do. They will find a winning combo, and they will punish you hard. See Diva being the payload carrier.
They're just pushing around. I like this aggression. Like, if you push up further, it takes away team fights from the other team. Well, Chef Panda on the flank, using the range advantage he has over the soldier.
And we're going into the big Diablo 3 reference. Get that crown to the Skeleton King.
We've got Fury's Bob out, but taking pretty much all the damage.
Bob has been booped!
A huge shot!
See if they can capitalize on it. Everybody knocked on the butts, but
Jock can get the
follow-up just wasn't
Wonderful's
there.
Diva Bomb's going to be going out. No
only
picks from
got
that bomb.
Goose.
But
That
yeah,
was
also,
a very good shatter, but very
And they-
unlucky.
Going to
Yeah, they just,
capitalise there on the spacing that Wonderful's bomb gave them.
Crisscross. Oh, I love how this Crisscross is just waiting in the back line. He's going to have such a big Death Blossom. They have no idea he's there. Here it comes.
Unfortunately, takes nobody.
It was eaten.
Yeah, King Goose with the defense matrix, but they just don't
they
touch
just
the
take
point.
it.
I see what that was, a zoning Death Blossom, and it worked.
So Narwhals take all 3 points with, I believe, 1 minute and 48 seconds remaining. That's very, very strong time.
That's very strong time.
Yeah.
Fury are going to be hitting themselves a little bit with, I think. You know, such a strong first defense, and you know, Narwhals, like you said, you know, completely switching up in 2 occasions, and in the end, it just worked for them so well, and it didn't stop.
It's just what Narwhals do. It's why they've been dominating this league the entire time. Just switching it up, finding the perfect counters. Fury did swap off at the end, but Fury did it far too late with the Wrecking Ball Tracer. It was too late.
It's like I said
at the start of this map. Once the first point is so easy to defend, but once you lose it, it's very hard to get your footing for the rest of the map.
it is, and especially when you have the aggression of the Narwhals just in your face the entire time.
Narwhals going very DPS-y with the defense. You got your Zenyatta, Anna, May. You got your Torb and your turret. Wonder where he'll hide
This
that
is what I
turret.
like to call the Game of Thrones comp. You got the ice and the fire.
All you need to do is swap that May for a Bastion, and you've got true toxic comps.
We're going to be seeing a more or less similar composition from Fury here, Credis and Goose on the Rhine Diva.
Then sending in those orbs, not knowing that they're going in from the right, but it'll probably send them in through the doorway.
It's crucial here for Fury to take out this turret very early on. Otherwise, it's just that poke damage it's going to be getting them the entire time. And Jock takes it out. Easy for them now to push through to the right and up the stairs.
It is easy, but the problem is only 4 of them have gone. There comes Soldier following behind.
They're going to be pushing right on the point. It's not looking terrible for Fury here.
It's not. Reaper with a sneaky flank going for the Zenyatta. He gets him. Torbjorn
Picks off
couldn't save him.
That's a huge pick there for Fury. And they're going to take Gold Ranger as well.
Fury might take this really quickly, unlike Narwhals before.
Jock taking out Chris there. No more DPS on the line. It's looking as though this might be a fight for Fury.
Yeah, you just
Fury
cannot
easily.
You cannot let Reaper get onto your backline.
They're gonna have to watch out for the May there. Could possibly get in with her freeze. No, but it looks like Narwhal are gonna stick back and wait.
This is a good swap from Bronze. He swapped to Farah.
See, now this is the difference between Fury's push and Narwhal's push. The Narwhals took the time to get back and group up as a team, so it's going to be a lot more difficult for Fury to get past this initial corner now.
Yeah, Narwhals did not give the Fury this fight at the choke.
That is true,
They pushed them to spawn.
But they swapped to Farah, but I thought the Farah was a good pick. They've now swapped to Tracer, which is a bit weird. That Reaper gets a headshot, it's game over for the Tracer, whereas with Farah, there wasn't much to get you on that Narwhals team.
It's a big blizzard, big.
Could the bomb take credits? The bomb takes credits there.
I know, it's such a
very good combination.
Dueling everybody on the payload.
Yeah. And this is exactly what you said, Alex. Narwhals have got the ability to push up and defend really high, because Fury just didn't attack like the Narwhals did.
Exactly.
But yeah, Narwhals has both. It's a support ults all around. So this could be a very messy fight.
We're
going to see a takes out Dynamite, but
I know,
not really the picks you want to be seeing.
He had the ice block as well. That's a big misplay on the side.
Oh, huge shot there from Gold.
Transcendent's going to deny a lot of damage on for the Fury side.
Looks like the Narwhals
so far ahead.
Transcendence has blocked the Coalescence and the Tac Visor. Pulse Bomb is used, gets no one, hits the shield. Very not good ults. Very not good ults. By Fury.
I mean, you know, Fury there...
Fury is absolutely in shatters now, I believe.
Fury there had a lot of ults to play with, and they've just used them all.
That was Earth Shatter used again. Fury needs to be more careful with their ults.
Bron's getting a nice pick on Obi-Wan there in the backline, but, you know, without the team to follow it up, there's just not really much use in it happening.
Yeah, but all the team is turned onto the Tracer. They just need to babysit their Zenyatta.
There it is.
Crisscross taking out Bronzewood.
That Reaper shot onto the Tracer.
You know, this is the corner. Fury really needs to find some answers here.
That's another Blizzard, but it seems to miss a lot of people.
They're flanked behind, but Narwhals are straight on them. There's only 3 of them, but the other 3 are coming in.
Brandon gets taken out while using Coalescence, and King Goose is just in the back line getting demeched and absolutely destroyed there by...
There was a chance for Fury to sandwich Narwhals, but it just didn't work. Narwhals taking out the back half very quickly and now focus on the front half.
They've taken off 3 minutes of their attack time here, just on this one corner. Bron's finally switching up to a Pharah instead of the Tracer now. And Panda gets a big pick on Dynamite. That could see them push a little bit.
I'm surprised Bronze hasn't gone for the Pharah before.
He did go for the Pharah before and immediately switched to Tracer.
We're seeing Goose's bomb. Will it get anybody? Oh, it gets Ranger! This could be huge for Fury. Goose taking out Zenyatta as well, and both supports gone for Narwhals. It's all falling apart.
The Pharah is doing the business. The Pharah is picking off the damage, and she's not getting touched.
The good thing for the Narwhals here...
Trying to shut down the Pharah, but he seems to be having a hard time of it.
Narwhals definitely have an ult advantage in this next fight. They could hold just before Fury get this next point.
And there you go. There's the switching tactics of Narwhals. Immediately brings the Ash out for the Pharah.
We're going to see Beat there. And Goose takes out Wonderful. That's a huge pick for Fury to start with. We might see a Blossom here.
Shattering to the Death Blossom, getting a lot.
It's a very even fight. This is a very even fight.
It looks as though Narwhals might just hold that now. And we're going to have to see one final push from Fury.
Narwhals now have the spawn advantage.
2 people. Narwhals can probably stabilise before Fury gets another good attack.
This is Narwhals to lose now. Fury have time for one more big push. Really got to collate them ults.
Yep, it's all on Dynamite to see if they can keep Bronze's one on the Pharah in check. Otherwise, he might have a big barrage into their backline.
Ryan and Moira flanking.
And they touch the point. Yeah, the point is touched. We're in overtime. Bob goes into the building, so Bob quite useful.
Wasted.
But we're seeing pretty much every ult from Narwhals here, and they're taking out Fury there.
It's like in his small room.
Just Soldier left, and this looks like Narwhals is going to take this to a 2-0 lead.
Narwhals just looking so strong on that defense. And there we have it. Narwhals take Blizzard World, and it's 2-0 in this International Overwatch League series.
I want to see the replay on how the Bob in the room got picked onto the Pharah.
And Credus takes the play of the game. Really good, some really good Rhyme plays from him in this round, actually.
Credus is
such a clutch pick onto that Reinhardt.
Oh, good fire strike at the end to recover.
Yeah, shout out to Credus. At the start of this league, I believe he was bronze.
Shout out to Credus, but look at that damage blocked by Gold Ranger, and look at that healing done by Juski Zana.
So, down to the last map. See if,
I'm wondering how the teams are feeling now.
So, which is the last map we are going into?
This couldn't be the last map. Fury can pull this back. Don't write them off yet. Fury have been having some good pushes. They just need to keep focused and not let morale go down.
No, when you're facing 2 maps down, it's like the reverse sweep is possible, but you need to play perfectly on here.
We have done the reverse sweep in the past. It is possible.
I know, and we have, like, some people could argue a fairly toxic team, so if we can do it, I believe in anybody.
And I think as well,
Sure.
you know, assault maps are very different beasts to your hybrid and your control maps as well. So you know, some people's advantages could be other people's disadvantages. So you know,
True.
Fury might have some very hefty strats running in, but then narwhals could too. It just depends. We could see anything.
What I've seen in the past, Fury, Hanamura is one of Fury's strongest maps. I have seen Fury do very well in the past, and Hanamura said this could be the start of the comeback.
And some people can argue that, like, assault mode on Overwatch is like the most organized, intensive style you have to play on control maps. You can just resort into brawling it out, but for the control map, especially last point with a defender's advantage, you need to have organised team fights to get that team wipe.
Yeah, because you know you can even get a team wipe, but if you use all of your ultimates, that spawn advantage could really do you over in the long run.
If
might
you
take
were
half
to
of the
give,
point, but
that win.
if you were to give a best player in the match so far, who would you give it to? I'd personally give it to Juicy of the Narwhals. Fantastic plays so far, doing his job perfectly. No mistakes.
Wonderful's been doing a cracking job on off
I was
tank
about to
as
say
well.
Wonderful as well. He absolutely clutched it out for the Elios in like first map, and his Roadhog was very, very good.
This Roadhog did hook a few ultimates out of the thing. Very accurate hook. But as we go into Hanamura, is this going to be the 3-0 clap, or is this going to be start of a comeback?
I am excited to see.
I am excited too.
You know, we're not supposed to show favourites, but I'd love to see a little Fury come back here. Alright, let's see what we've got. We're going to have a Rein Zarya defense. That could be very, very, very strong on Fury's side.
Oh, look at Narwhals going for the dive. Your Winston Diva, Junkrat, Ash. Ash doesn't really fit the dive mechanic, but she does snipe off from the distance. Which is probably the most obvious thing I've said the entire map.
I think we're definitely going to see Narwhals just completely ignoring the choke, just running straight to point. There's a possibility for a very, very early take here.
Oh, there we go. They're swapping up. Here we go.
They
Genji
are.
going full. Damn,
So
they're
from
going very
dive.
aggressive. If you swap that Ana out for a break, you may as well just say brawl. Oh,
If we know
very
one thing
slow
about now,
up on this attack.
and Gold Ranger's
Maywall
been
has
blocked off,
blocked
and Predator takes out Gold Ranger. That is a very, very, very good pick there from Fury.
Look at the positioning in Bronzewood. Bronzewood's Ana position is very good. Hiding with natural cover, accurately on her teammates, his teammates. Slow.
That's very, very it's very hard to dive him in that position. Like Dynamite.
Oh,
It is,
and
but they've got in. The
Half
main
have been
wall's not
blocked
quite.
off, half have not. but
Only
only
one Jacoby
takes
with a
out
double pick.
on the tanks as well. That's huge.
Oh, two
Double
picks
pick
on each.
reverse. It looks
Ah,
like Fury.
No.
But Wonderful's really high charge to Zarya there.
No,
takes
they've
out.
done it.
That must be
Juicy.
very disappointing on the side of Fury because
They almost had that fight back.
No, they might go in for the attack. Soldiers thinking about it. No, it's time to run away. Narwhal coming in strong, coming in aggressive. Fury have got to arrange themselves quickly or they're going to get punished.
Just over 5.5 minutes to take point B. I mean, that's a very, very, very strong position to be in on Hanamura point B.
The Maywall was a good idea. The Maywall was a good idea, but...
Gold Ranger walled off, but he absolutely just goes in for the charge. There's no stopping this man.
That was a very clever move from Gold there, charging away from the sort of choky area of the stairs and avoiding any kind of pick.
The ults are happening, and it looks like
all the ults
this is going to be a Narwhal roll.
That is a triple ultimate
Goose
kill.
Just delaying the inevitable. Anna going to try to jump on point, but she's booped off.
Can they get back? I don't think they're going to be able to get there. And Narwhals take the point with 4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining.
A good, strong defense up front, but the wall that was saving them the first time round, it cost them the second time round as they walled off one member on the wrong side and 5 members on the other side.
You know, that was such a perfect run from Gold there, charging away after being split off with the Maywall, charging away from the fight.
It is a scary thing being walled off as a Reinhardt. It's very easy to panic, but he had a heads-up play, like continue playing aggressive, and it really worked out for him.
A very, very good push there from the Narwhals.
So what can we expect on the side of Fury? They look like they've locked into King Goose is locking into the hands though. The one pick potential just might be all you need. You find a headshot and then it's the that's just all the
very weird composition coming from Fury.
Oh, we are seeing the Ryan Zarya on both sides again though.
Yeah. Go on, Ash, to keep the distance.
Dynamite playing in a very she might be just going to get a cheeky Dynamite and pack up. I thought she's going to stand in that window. It's a very scary place. But, you could get value, but it's very easy to get picked off by the Hanzo.
And here comes Fury on the attack. Everyone's splitting up from the shield. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, especially Crisscross is just going to be pumping out so much damage into this choke point. And Juski playing much the same way Bronze's World played the first time, like in that undiveable position.
Again, you got that Ann Zen positioning by no pitch
Job
yet.
Getting a lot of charge from that choke could be very, very good in terms of capitalising on that damage later on in the team fight.
No picks yet from a very strong fight, but you got a lot of ult building. Trans is nearly built on the first
and Obi-Wan takes out Jock. And
Obi-Wan absolutely...
Obi-Wan has the high ground over Fury.
And you know what? That is the second time in one map that Obi-Wan has taken out both tanks.
I wish I could do another Star Wars reference, but I haven't seen
Obi-Wan becoming a power more than he can handle.
I believe in you, Padawan. I don't know any more quotes.
Dynamite using the dynamite to get Goose. Crisscross circles Shredders.
Beat there from
Bronze's Ward. Yeah, but most of his team are down, but he still commits a sound barrier.
Dynamite taken out by Panda with a headshot.
Standing in the window, as I said before, it's like such a dangerous position to be in. It's a very greedy place. If you can hit your shots, then it's a good place to stand. But yeah, he got picked off, and it might be it just might be what Fury needs to finally push through. But they just do not seem to be capitalising on it.
Fury spread out all over the place. Narwhals grouped together in the same line of sight, but Panda gets the shot on Anna.
On the high ground.
There's the Trans. Saved it for exactly this time. Waste
of a
shatter.
By Gold Fury there. And the Crisscross getting the double kill. It's all falling apart for Fury here.
Crisscross rips apart Fury with that tyre.
Halfway through. More than halfway through that time already.
Dynamite choosing to opt into the Widowmaker 1v1. There was all about the mind game, see if we can get the better sight lines onto the other Widowmaker. And Cred is pulling out the Wrecking Ball now. Man after my own heart.
No
Interesting to
shield.
see, because they haven't got a shield now, so it's going to be quite... But Credus takes out Gold Ranger,
Playing so
but we
aggressive.
see a nanoed Wonderful here taking out Credus in the back
So
line.
high charge, going to be pushing out so much damage. So it's yeah, it's a
60 seconds. Fury have got only a couple of
5-3-5.
attempts left. Goose.
Dynamite taking down. He got the headshot onto the Dynamite taking down, and another headshot on side of Dynamite.
Goose is
really feeling
only
it,
just getting his first dragon.
Yeah, the
He
handler.
can't waste this. He can't waste this dragon, and he's been picked off. That
Yeah,
dragon might be what wins it for
That
them
is
to
going
go
to
and
be
push.
huge for them.
feeling it.
If they can somehow get Grav in this last fight, then they could try their best to get a bit of a
Waste of a
combo
beat.
on that.
But
There
yeah,
goes the
Bronze-
dragon.
Will it
And
pick anybody out?
Oh,
It might take gold, and it does. It takes Gold Ranger and Dynamite
two
there. But I don't know if they're actually going to at all be able to get to the
No.
point in
I
5
don't think they'll
seconds.
be able to
that
touch too many
is
people are down.
game over. Goose punished for that dragon with the Riptide, and it's game over. This is a 3-0 win for the Narwhals.
It's just been the perfect day for them.
Obi-Wan getting the play of the game.
He's feeling the force. Yeah, right. Such a good time. Such good timing for the Clan Descendants. Sometimes if you get like a little bit pressured down, you pop it too early. But he knew that the Grav was waiting.
He
on the
just
side.
felt it coming, and with the power he used.
Some might say he has the force.
Out.
Take the rings to Mordor. Obi-Wan.
Shield, if you don't cut this out, I'll cut you down like Vader did Obi-Wan.
Harry
And
Potter, you
half
have to
of
win the Hunger
3
Games.
players of Fury have left immediately.
Okay, well,
No need to say the love or the GGs, I guess.
it seems like, Fury have left pretty much. And
Would
well,
you
that's
say they
it.
are furious?
They possibly could be, I
But
think. Who would you say is our man of the match?
just for that last map
I
alone,
think we might have to
Obi-Wan
go with
Jacoby.
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan Jacoby. Amazing Zenyatta in the last map. Constantly across the board of all 3 games. Obi-Wan just forced his dominance upon Fury. And
He
that's
did
how
a
you do
very,
a pun.
very
He's the Kit Kat player of the
No.
player of the match goes to
No.
Obi-Wan Jacoby.
No.
I'd just like to first, just to say very quickly that that we aren't sponsored by Kit Kat, however they are very nice. Well, thank you very much for joining us again here at the International Overwatch League. We love to cast these games. Thank you very much for Shield joining me again, and Shin joining us for the first time. You'll be seeing us all again, hopefully next week.
Hopefully never.
Hopefully all the time.
I
was
see
here
how it is,
too.
Shin. I see how it is. I'd like to do a big shout out to the Welsh Viking for being our cameraman for this week's
Production on point.
stream.
Hopefully
Very good
he
production.
didn't muck up.
No, I
and
did.
yeah,
We don't know if he did or not.
in the International Overwatch League Week 14, the Narwhals beat Fury 3-0. Goodbye.